Take a moment, close your eyes, and ask yourself one honest question. Why do you want to speak English fluently? Is it for confidence? Is it for better opportunities? Is it so you can finally express yourself without hesitation? Whatever your answer is, hold on to it tightly because this journey goes beyond just learning a language. It is about growing into a stronger, braver version of who you already are. Fluency is not some rare gift. It is not reserved for the talented few. It is simply a process, and every process becomes manageable when you break it down into small, clear steps. Today, I will walk alongside you, slowly and patiently, the way a trusted friend would. First, accept this truth. You do not need flawless grammar to speak English. What you need is courage. What you need is consistency. What you need is the willingness to begin. Most people hold themselves back. They wait until they feel ready. They wait until they know everything. And in that waiting, they lose years. Do not wait. Begin today. Step one is listening. Before a child ever speaks, that child spends months just listening. You must do the same. Listen to simple English. Listen to short, clear sentences. Listen to speech that is slow and easy to follow. For example, hear a sentence like, I am going to the market. Pay attention to how it sounds. Notice its rhythm, its flow. Do not rush through it. Simply absorb it. Do this every single day. Morning, evening, whenever a spare moment appears. Even 10 minutes is enough. Remember, consistency is far more powerful than intensity. One long session followed by days of silence will not move you forward, but 15 minutes every day will genuinely transform you. Step two is repetition. When you listen, do not stay quiet. Speak along with it. Repeat the sentence out loud. I am going to the market. Say it again. I am going to the market. Do not worry about sounding perfect. Your tongue is training. Your brain is rewiring itself. This is exactly how fluency begins to take shape. In the beginning, it will feel awkward. You may feel embarrassed. Your voice might tremble slightly. But remember, every form of real growth feels uncomfortable at first. Stay with the discomfort. Step three is understanding meaning. Never memorize words without knowing what they mean. When you encounter a sentence, connect it to its meaning. For example, she is cooking food simply means she is preparing something to eat. Keep it clear and simple. Build a relationship between English and meaning, not between English and anxiety. Step four is using small sentences. Many learners make the mistake of trying to speak in long, complex sentences too soon. They stumble, feel humiliated, and then stop trying altogether. Avoid that path. Start small. Say, I am tired. Say, I feel happy. Say, I enjoy tea. Say, I am practicing English. Simple sentences lay strong foundations. The same way single bricks build a solid wall, one brick at a time. Step five is speaking every day. Even if no one is around, stand in front of a mirror, look at yourself, and speak. My name is Alex. I am practicing my English and getting better every day. Speak unhurriedly. Speak with intention. You might feel silly at first, maybe even laugh at yourself, and that is perfectly fine. But do not stop. This is your personal practice space. This is where your confidence quietly grows. Step six is thinking in English. This is where real transformation begins. Right now, your mind forms thoughts in your native language and then tries to translate them. And that process slows you down and creates confusion. Begin small. Look at a chair and think this is a chair. Glance at your phone and think this is my phone. Step outside and think the air feels cool today. These tiny mental shifts will gradually retrain your brain to operate in English naturally. Step seven is building vocabulary, but practical vocabulary, not complicated or academic words. Everyday words that you genuinely need. Words like eat, drink, go, come, give, take, make. Use them inside sentences. I eat rice, I drink water, I go to work, I come home early. Repeat these constantly. Words only truly become yours when you use them in real contexts, not simply when you read them on a page. Step eight is learning phrases. Phrases give your speech a natural, flowing quality. Instead of saying, I am very, very tired, say, I am really exhausted. Instead of saying, I do not understand what you mean, say, I don't quite get it. These small shifts may seem minor, but they make an enormous difference in how natural you sound. Step nine is listening to real conversations, not just structured lessons. Watch simple videos of people actually talking to one another. Observe how they speak. Notice where they pause, how they adjust their tone, how expressions cross their faces as they talk. Language is never just words. It carries feeling, personality, and energy. Step 10 is releasing the fear of mistakes. This may be the most essential step of all. Fear suffocates fluency. Mistakes, on the other hand, build it. When you say something incorrectly, do not freeze. Acknowledge it, correct it, and keep going. If you say he go to school and then realize it should be he goes to school, that is a win. That mistake just made you better. Do not allow the fear of judgment to silence you. People who laugh do not understand what it takes to try. You are trying. You are growing. That is what matters. Let me share something important here. Fluency is not about speaking rapidly. It is about speaking clearly and with confidence. You can speak at a gentle pace and still be completely fluent. I am learning English, said slowly and with certainty, is powerful. Speed develops naturally over time. Do not chase speed, chase clarity. Step 11 is building daily habits. Create a simple routine that you can actually stick to. In the morning, listen to English for 10 minutes. In the afternoon, practice speaking for 10 minutes. In the evening, try thinking in English for 10 minutes. This uncomplicated routine, if followed every day, has the power to reshape you entirely. Step 12 is writing. Writing and speaking are more connected than most people realize. Write short, simple sentences each day. I woke up early this morning. I had breakfast at home. I traveled to work. Writing organizes the thoughts inside your head and makes it significantly easier to express them out loud later. Step 13 is conversation. If you have a friend on the same journey, practice together. Keep it simple. How are you today? I am doing well, thank you. What have you been up to? I have been studying. Even the simplest exchanges build real confidence over time. And if no partner is available, talk to yourself. It genuinely works. Step 14 is patience. Do not expect dramatic results within a single week. Fluency takes time, but know that every single day you are moving forward. Think of it like a seed planted in the ground. You water it faithfully every day. You do not dig it up repeatedly to check whether it has sprouted. You trust that it is growing beneath the surface. Step 15 is believing in yourself. Countless people give up simply because they convince themselves they are incapable. That belief is false. You already learned one entire language from nothing. You are fully capable of learning this one too. Say it to yourself right now. I can speak English. Say it again. I can speak English. Because what you consistently tell yourself quietly shapes what you become. Now picture this moment. You are standing in a room full of people having a conversation in English, and you are not standing on the outside anymore. You are not silent. You are not afraid. You are participating. You are smiling. You are confident. That moment is coming, but it will not arrive through waiting. It will arrive through daily effort, one step at a time. Do not compare your progress to anyone else's. Some people learn quickly, others need more time, and both are completely valid. Your path is uniquely yours. Focus only on how far you have come. Yesterday you knew 10 words. Today you know 20. That is real, meaningful growth. And always remember that consistency outlasts motivation. There will be mornings when you feel no desire to practice at all. Practice anyway. Discipline carries you to places that motivation alone never could. Speak every day, even when your English feels broken and imperfect. Broken English is 1,000 times more valuable than silence. I go market yesterday is completely acceptable. With time it becomes, I went to the market yesterday. Progress is quietly happening. Here is a simple picture of what that progress looks like over time. On day 1, you say, I go school. By day 10, you say, I go to school. By day 30, you say, I go to school every day. By day 60, you say, I go to school every day because I want to learn. That is the power of persistence. No pressure, just forward movement. Walk if you cannot run, but whatever you do, do not stop. Your voice deserves to be heard. Your ideas deserve to be expressed. English is simply the tool that makes that possible. So start today, not tomorrow, not after the weekend. Today. Speak one sentence, then another, then one more, and before you even realize it has happened, the language will begin to flow from you naturally and confidently. And when you take that first real step, something quietly extraordinary begins to shift inside you. It is not visible at first. It is not dramatic or loud, but it is undeniably real. One ordinary day, a sentence will leave your mouth without any mental effort, without translation, without struggle. It will simply come. And in that moment, you will pause and understand. That is your first true victory. Do not overlook these small victories. Celebrate every single one. because fluency is never built in one grand moment. It is assembled through hundreds of quiet moments exactly like that. Now let's continue moving forward together. One of the next skills to develop is connecting your sentences smoothly. Fluent speech is not a series of isolated sentences. It is a flow of linked thoughts. Begin with basic connectors like and, but, and because. For example, I am exhausted, but I will continue. I am studying English because I want a better life. I enjoy tea and I enjoy coffee too. These small linking words stretch your speech, give it rhythm, and make it sound far more natural. From there, begin describing your daily life in English. Keep it uncomplicated. I woke up at 7. I brushed my teeth. I had breakfast. I stepped outside. I spoke with a neighbor. Do this every day. Even if the sentences are short and imperfect, this habit will steadily build your fluency from the ground up. Then, try something even more powerful. Ask yourself questions in English and answer them out loud. What am I currently doing? Why am I learning this language? What kind of life do I want? And then respond. I am learning English so that I can grow. I want to feel confident when I speak. I want to express my thoughts without fear. When your mind begins asking and answering in English, your fluency starts to develop from the inside out. Now hear this clearly. There will be days that feel stuck. Days where improvement feels invisible. Days where words simply refuse to come. This is normal. Learning is never a straight upward line. Some periods feel fast, others feel slow, but every single effort adds up. On those harder days, return to the basics. Listen more. Speak shorter sentences. Do not walk away, because walking away is the only way you can truly fail. Here is something worth being honest about. Many people understand English quite well, but still cannot speak it. The reason is almost always the same: fear of being judged, fear of saying something incorrectly, fear of being laughed at. But consider this. If a small child stumbles over a word while learning to speak, do you mock that child? Of course not. You smile warmly. You encourage them. So why do you hold yourself to a standard that you would never apply to someone else? You are learning. You are allowed to be imperfect. Shift your language. Instead of saying, I am afraid to speak English, say, I am in the process of learning to speak English. That single change in wording can change everything beneath it. From there, begin practicing short storytelling. Keep your stories very simple. Yesterday, I visited the market. It was full of people. I bought some fruit and then came home. That is all. Brief but meaningful. Storytelling trains your mind to link ideas together, to build flow, and to carry a thought from its beginning all the way to its end. Over time, your stories naturally grow. Yesterday, I went to the market because we needed groceries. The place was busy and a little overwhelming. I picked up some apples and bananas, then headed home feeling satisfied. Step by step, the sentences grow richer. Now, a word about pronunciation. Do not strain yourself trying to mimic someone else's accent precisely. Do not try to sound like a different person. Focus entirely on being understood. Speak each word with care. Let the sounds form fully in your mouth. Clarity matters far more than accent, and style will develop on its own once clarity is established. Here is a small daily practice worth trying. Each day, choose a single topic and speak about it for 1 minute. If the topic is food, you might say, I love eating. Rice is my favorite. I have it almost every day. My most loved dish is biryani, and I always eat it with my family. The next day, try a new topic. If it is family, you might say, my family means everything to me. I love my parents deeply. I try to spend as much time with them as I can. 1 minute, one topic, every day. This simple habit builds fluency in a way that feels almost effortless over time. Revisiting active listening is also worthwhile. This time, do not merely let the sounds wash over you. Engage with what you hear. Listen to a sentence, pause it, and then repeat it back. Try to match the speaker's tone and emotion. For example, hear the phrase, I will not give up, and then say it yourself with meaning behind it. I will not give up. Feel what those words actually carry. Language lives in emotion, not just in syllables. And here is a truth that many people overlook. You do not need an overwhelming number of resources. You need discipline applied to just a few good ones. One well-chosen video, one solid lesson, one honest practice session. That is more than enough when done with genuine commitment every day. Many learners fall into the trap of collecting material endlessly, watching video after video, saving lesson after lesson, but never actually practicing. That is why they stay stuck. Stop gathering. Start applying. Now, about confidence. Confidence is not something you feel before you start speaking. It is something that grows because you started speaking. You must speak first, and the confidence arrives afterward as a reward for your courage. So do not sit and wait to feel ready. Begin while you are still nervous. Let your voice shake if it needs to. Say the sentence anyway. I am learning. I am showing up. I will keep improving. Picture yourself 6 months from now. If you practice consistently, if you follow these steps faithfully, you will be a genuinely different person. You will understand more, express more, and feel a confidence that you cannot quite imagine yet. But if you simply wait, if you delay and avoid, nothing around you will change either. Time moves forward regardless. The question is whether you will grow alongside it. Fluency is not perfection. People who live and breathe English every day still make mistakes and mispronounce words occasionally, but they continue speaking. That is the entire difference. So speak even when it is messy. Speak alone in your room. Speak with friends who understand. Speak especially when you feel afraid, because every time you push past that fear, you are quietly demolishing a wall that once stood between you and the life you want. Take a slow, deep breath and say these words aloud with genuine belief behind them. I am not afraid. I am learning every single day. I will speak English fluently. Say them again and mean them. I am not afraid. I am learning every single day. I will speak English fluently. Carry those words with you because your beliefs shape your actions and your actions shape your reality. Keep going, word by word, sentence by sentence, day by day. And one morning you will wake up and the language will feel less like a challenge and more like a part of who you are. You will speak naturally. You will speak with ease. You will speak with the quiet confidence of someone who refused to quit. And when that day finally arrives, you will look back and realize something profound. You did not simply learn a new language. You rebuilt yourself entirely.